Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. So, welcome to the first episode of a series that I've been wanting to do for quite a while, actually. It's all about cosplay, so I decided to call it Fant4stically Geeky Cosplay. I see we already have some people in the chat. BJ, sis. Yeah. Yeah, I had to put Stabby Gabby in there. And hi, Lucy. Welcome, everyone. So, like I said, this is something I've been wanting to do for a while to bring more cosplay into my channel or channels. So today I'm just going to be talking just a little bit about my cosplay journey and my origin story, I guess, and also share some of my cosplays with you guys. If you don't follow me on Instagram, my account on there is Cosplay Girl. So, yeah. And at some point, I do want to bring some other cosplayers onto here to just chat and talk about cosplay and share some of their amazing work and experiences in the cosplay community. So, also, if you guys have any questions about cosplay or anything like that, just drop a comment and I'll try to answer it the best I can. So, I guess I'll start with my cosplay origin and go from there. So, I think the question I get asked most is how long have I been cosplaying? So, my cosplay journey started in 2015, and it was after I went to my first Comic-Con, and it was a blast, of course, but cosplay wasn't the reason why I was there. I mean, now it's obviously part of it is for cosplay and the rest is for comics and stuff. But one of my favorite actresses, Ming-Na Wen, the Disney queen, she was there that year and I got to meet her. Of course, I loved her character on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. She did such an amazing job portraying Melinda May, and I was super excited to meet her. So that was one reason why I was there. The other reason was for comics, obviously, because I collect comics and I love reading them. So, but when I went there, I saw all these people in cosplay. I'm like, wow, I didn't know that was a thing. So I just thought it was really cool how all these people were dressed up in costumes, and I just thought that was just amazing. And the amount of detail and skill and time, obviously, that they put into their cosplays, it was just mind blowing to me at the time. And so some would say I got bit by the cosplay bug when I after I went, and it just kind of went on from there. And it's been quite a journey, honestly. And it's also really helped me personally. And I'll get more to that later on. But yeah, just being able to put on a costume and expressing my love for the characters that I really love it's been really fun. And the people that I've met in the cosplay community have been super welcoming and nice, and a lot of them have become my friends, and I'm super thankful for that. And just being able to like share my passion and also my art with others around the world, it's just incredible. And like I said, it's really not hurt, helped me personally, and like with my anxiety and my shyness, because I definitely would consider myself to be an introvert, despite how I am on YouTube and Twitch. But at first, I was super not super nervous, but a little bit nervous to like cosplay in the first place because it's not really anything I've done before, and it's like way outside my comfort zone for sure. And so it was just a huge step for me. And like when I look back when I first started compared to now, I'm like, wow, I've I've grown so much, and it's crazy. So like I've talked with some other people that have um, some other cosplayers that also deal with anxiety and stuff like that, and it's really cool to be able to connect with them in that way, but also connecting with them because we're all dressing up in costumes and geeking out over all these amazing characters. So, um, so yeah, I guess I already answered that. What got me into cosplaying question, but I think it's basically revolves around the love and passion I have for characters that I've read in comic books, and I guess that I found just another way to express my love for them and also channel my creative skills to show that. So it's been a lot of fun. And my advice to anyone who is thinking about getting into cosplay or might be a little nervous about it, I would say just just have fun. That's what it's all about. Even though some people in the community think it's a popularity contest and competition, but unless you're actually competing in cosplay, that's different. But it's cosplay is for everyone, and that's what I hope to send that message to everyone about it. So like I said, eventually I want to start inviting other cosplayers on here to just chat and see what their cosplay experiences have been. So I just thought for this first episode I would go over my own origin story and share just some of my cosplays with you guys if you haven't seen them already. And so I thought I would start with the OG cosplay, and that would be one of my favorite characters, favorite female Marvel characters, that is, and that would be Quake. And Quake has become, like I said, one of my favorite characters, and I just love like who she is and what she stands for in general. I love how powerful she is, and she, in my opinion, is a very underrated character. And so that's just a couple of the reasons why I decided to cosplay as her. And also, the inspiration obviously came from my favorite TV show ever, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So that played a huge part in it. Just seeing her character on there and like watching her evolve throughout the 7 seasons that it went on. It was just awesome. And Chloe Bennett did such an amazing job portraying Daisy Johnson, and so I really hope that they bring her back in the MCU. That's what I hope for the most. Just bring back Quake. Hashtag bring back Quake. So I thought I would share some. Well, first of all, I don't have only one Quake suit. I have multiple ones, actually. I'm not going to share them all, just a few of them. But I thought I would share, like, so this is like the first edition of the Quake gauntlets that I did. And basically they're made out of foam and duct tape and elastic and super glue, lots of super glue. So yeah, I would just put it on like this, and it's easy to get on and off, so that's always a plus. But I can't really say that I did this all by myself, because that would be a lie. I did have some help from my aunt, who's very good at crafty stuff like this. So she helped me out when she was visiting. So these were the OG Quake gauntlets. And then I upgraded and decided to make them more like realistic. Not that those weren't realistic, but these are the ones that I made out of the moldable plastic that I really love using, because you can all you do is like you heat it up. There are these little like plastic like pellets, and you heat them up to like 150 degrees, and they turn like clear, and you can mold them into anything you want. So it's very useful for cosplay. So that's how I made these. But like most of this, I had these moldable plastic sheets, and kind of like cut out the shape of it and molded it. It was tedious, to say the least, but it ended up working out. My mom helped me with these. She's also very crafty like that. So, and obviously I spray painted them silver and put the little weathering details in it. So, like, if I'm just going to a con as Quake, these would be the ones I use. But I do have other ones that came with one of the Quake suits I got, which I'll show you in a minute. But I got these, which are also Velcro. They're, I don't know why this looks like that, but these, when I first got them, did not look anything like Quake's gauntlets at all. So I decided to paint them the right color, because they were like a brown color when they came with the suit, which made no sense to me. So I decided to paint them silver and put the design on it, and so voila. So these are like my backup Quake gauntlets. If something happens to the other ones, I'll at least have these. And so this was actually a present that one of my best friends got me. And if you saw the intro, you saw it in the short clip of the cosplay that was in the intro I did. But you can't get into S.H.I.E.L.D. without one of these. So just FYI. Because Agent Koenig said so, right? So So this is the Quake suit that I got. And this is her first official Quake suit that she gets in the show. It comes into play season 3, which was awesome. Like I love this suit a lot, and of course that has a Quake symbol on it. And the pants look pretty much the same, but this probably is one of my favorite suits out of all of them. And if I'm being honest, I like every time I put on that suit, and I think I've mentioned this before, but I'll say it again. Like that feeling that you get when you put on a cosplay, and I know other cosplayers can relate to this, like that feeling that you get, like it's empowering, like especially if you're really into the character and you love them, and like when you like really get into character. So it feels very empowering when you put on the suit. And that's how I feel every time I put on that Quake suit, and it's amazing. I love that suit so much. I did upload a few of the edits that I've done, and also well, pictures of Quake. Like if you don't follow me on Instagram, this will probably be the first time you see this. But I'm just gonna share a few with you guys. So this is actually my profile picture on Instagram. So this is one of the edits I've done, and of course it's with the season 3 Quake suit and the logo and the Kree alien writing in the background. So that's actually my profile picture. And there was a photo shoot I did last year, late last year. We went out in my small little town and took some pictures out there. So this is probably one of my favorites. I love black and white photos too. So I did post this one too. Let's see if there's any. So that's of the season 3 suit. I didn't bring out my season 5 Destroyer of Worlds suit, but I do have one of my favorite props that I made for that cosplay in general. So here's just a quick picture of it. So this is the season 5 suit that she wears when they go to space, and it's pretty basic actually. There wasn't really much to the outfit. It was mostly just the prop that I made with it. So, and I did bring it out so you guys can see up close what it looks like instead of just on the picture. So I came up with the idea of making my own shotgun axe relating to the show. And the shotgun axe that Mac has on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is like probably my favorite weapon that they've had on that show. And so I decided to make my own, like my own rendition or my own edition of it. So this is, I guess, the Daisy Johnson version of the shotgun axe. And mostly this is made of long wooden dowels and lots of foam, lots of moldable plastic, paint, obviously. Before I could paint it, I had to spray it with, what's it called? Plastic dip. because I read somewhere that if you don't spray foam with it, that when you paint it, it'll just crack. And I didn't want that to happen. So I sprayed almost the whole thing with plastic dip, or at least the foam part. Because like the handle, this part is all plastic, and mostly this part is foam. And so it took a lot of work, actually, and I'm pretty proud of how it came out. And the blade, this is I found a wood cutout of the state that I live in, and it looks pretty similar to this shape. So I did have to cut it a little bit to get the right shape of it, but it ended up working very well. So I covered it with plastic to give it more smoother look, and then painted it, and I added this spike on here. It's not sharp at all, but still, you could hurt someone with it. And just so I would be able to take it into a con, I put the orange tip on it, so they wouldn't think that it was real or anything. So yeah, this is definitely like my favorite prop, and hopefully someday at a con I'll be able to bring it in there and be a Quake Destroyer of Worlds. So can't wait for that. And then the last Quake outfit that I got is the Season 6 suit. It's currently hanging up. Well, I keep it in my hanging up in my closet because I don't have a lot of room in my bedroom to keep it where I keep all the others. So for now, it's just hanging up so it can stay nice and neat. So this suit was the last suit that she had, and honestly, it's another one of my favorites because I love the color purple. It's not my favorite color, but I love it, and I love this outfit on her. And so I had to cosplay Season 6 Quake, obviously. So I do have one of the edits, and here it is. And this one, I probably I know I look different, and it like my hair. I put my hair on to one side to make it more like how she looks in the show. Obviously, I don't have a purple strip in my hair, but I wanted to look as close to that character look as possible. So yeah, I really love this suit, and hopefully when cons come back, I definitely want to be Season 6 Quake and Season 7 Quake too, because she wears it in Season 7 as well. So that's Quake. Like I said, she is definitely a queen, and I definitely want to talk more about her. And I did make a video that I want to upload soon about my top 10 favorite Quake moments in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So just keep on the lookout for that. So moving on to my next cosplay is definitely another favorite of mine, and probably my most comfortable cosplay. And that is Spider-Woman. So Spider-Woman has become another favorite character of mine. and like I'm constantly I'm constantly trying to think of new ideas to come up with for her. Um, but I did create kind of like a mashup, I guess you would say, of Spider Woman, Punk Spider Woman, which is this right here. So I already have an electric guitar, so after seeing Punk Spider Man from the Spider Man PS4 game, I thought, why not create as Punk Spider Woman, right? so so I did that. But I really love the suit, and honestly, it's probably my most comfortable cosplay I have. But I would wear this in like the summer or anything because it gets very hot very quickly. Because long sleeve and like walking around a con in general is can be exhausting and whatnot. But I cannot take full credit for making this because, uh, like I said, my aunt and also my mom are a lot better at sewing than I am. So I I had I asked for their help with this, and they did an awesome job with it. So uh, this is actually based on the 2015 Spider Woman suit that is in the comics. Um, and here is one of my favorite edits that I did on the new Spider Woman run that came out last year, I think. Even though it's not the same Spider Woman suit, but I still love that cover, and so I had to recreate it. So that's that. And is there another one? No. So that's definitely one of my favorites. But basically, for this shirt, it probably took the most work out of the whole thing. And so the red part of the shirt, I got just a regular, like long sleeve red, like turtleneck shirt from a mall. And then the black sleeves is it came from a shirt that I wore when I used to play softball because I used to play softball, and I this is actually cold gear. So I since I don't play softball anymore, there's no need for that shirt. So I decided to cut the sleeves off of it and make this shirt. So even though in the comics it's basically a jacket, but there wasn't I feel like trying to make a jacket was a lot harder. So I decided just to do just a regular long sleeve shirt and try to make it as close to the costume as possible. So obviously the logo is so cool. And then the web wings, these were actually very tedious and not simple to make. And I know I need to probably resew parts of it because, like, after wearing it so many times and taking off and putting it on, it's starting to wear down a little bit. So I need to resew some sections of it. But basically, I got some tulle and piping, black piping to make the web wings. And so when I was trying to come up with this idea, I was like, I don't want to run into a situation where I'm trying to take off this shirt and I pull something the wrong way and it rips. So that would be bad. And I would be very upset. So I'm like, how can I take this shirt off without ripping anything? So that's when I thought of making the web wings detachable, sort of. This part of it is actually sewn into the shirt, so that's probably not going anywhere. But this part, the other part, we attached a piece of Velcro to the sleeve, and then attached Velcro to the web wing itself. And so every time I take the shirt on and off, I have to make sure that I like take the Velcro off. Otherwise, it's definitely gonna rip if I try to take it off. And so I'm always very careful when taking this on and off, because it's but I think this is definitely one of my favorite cosplays that I have. And I went to, like, the last Comic-Con that I went to, actually, I was dressed as Spider-Woman, and I thankfully, even though I went alone, I got to see one of my very good cosplay friends there. He went, and we kind of hung out and took a bunch of pictures, and it was a blast. So yeah, so this is a shirt, and basically the pants are just black pants. And even though these aren't really her gloves, but I couldn't really find any gloves that looked like the ones that she wears, so I just got some fingerless black gloves and put a yellow triangle on it. So these actually, so this is probably the only thing that I can say that I made myself for this cosplay, and that is the glasses or the mask, whatever. So basically what I did for this was, since I wear glasses, I figured I think it would be better if I got glasses that went right over mine, so I could still see. I wouldn't have to take off my regular glasses to put these on. So I just thought I would get glasses that went right over mine and go from there. And so I got a separate pair of sunglasses, and I took out the frames and I glued them to these glasses. So that's why it's reflective, so people can't see my actual eyes. And the rest of it, I cut out the design with foam and super glued it on, and that's that. So, but it's, like I said, it's definitely one of my favorite cosplays to go to cons as, and that is definitely not the last you will see of Spider-Woman. I assure that. Oh, and before I forget, I will be sharing like a small sneak peek of my next cosplay that I want to debut. So that will be towards the end. So stay tuned for that. The next one I'll talk about is another awesome female character, and that is X-23. So X-23, I think my introduction to her was from Logan. Honestly, I wasn't really reading a lot of X-Men comics to really know who she was at the time. So when I saw the movie Logan and I saw her in there, that kind of piqued my interest. And so once I read more about her, I'm like, okay, I need to do this. So I made the X-23 claws with moldable plastic that I love to use, and these weren't really easy to make either. It took a couple tries. The first ones I did were like very like thin and like floppy, I guess you could say. But these are a lot better, and I love how they look and how they turned out. So definitely more X23 coming as well. So like my first edition or my first version of X23 was a little different. It was like really simple, and so this was also during that big outside photo shoot I did. So basically, I just got that black shirt, and I got some dog tags that say Wolverine on it, so that's cool. And of course, the claws, and you can't see it, but well, you can't see it in the picture, but I got this belt that she wears in the comics. So I love that. So, and then recently I got her actual suit in the comics, which is this. So I got this suit from Zentai Zone. They were having a big cosplay sale, so I took advantage of it, and I got this suit and like 3 other suits because it was like a buy one get one free sale. So I got her actual suit, but the only thing is that I don't have the helmet, which I do want to make at some point. I'm not sure how I'm gonna make it, but I definitely want to. So it will actually complete this cosplay, but for now it's just the suit and the claws. So that's X23, and I really hope they bring her into the MCU as well, because with the X-Men, because she definitely deserves more love as well, along with Daisy. So what else? Oh, and while we're on this, yeah, I should have said this earlier, but another Spider-Verse cosplay that I really love is Spider-Girl. And Spider-Girl is a character I've loved for a very long time. Probably almost just as long as Spider-Man. And like funny thing is I used to like call myself Spider-Girl for like a long time, like throughout middle school and stuff. I'm weird like that. But anyway, so I finally got the Mayday Parker Spider-Girl suit, and I love it. And again, I don't have a mask for it, but I think I think it's fine without the mask. Also, I need the gauntlets too, so I have to do that. For now, it's just the suit, but I love it. And like made this edit a while ago, so there's there's yet another Spider-Verse character that I love, even though it's Spider-Man, but it's one of his other suits, and I have to tell you, it's probably one of my favorites. And so this is the Bombastic Bagman suit. And so yeah, this is one of my favorite suits, and it's one of my favorite suits to play in the Spider-Man game on PS4. And I think there was a stream that I did a while ago where I was actually dressed in this cosplay, and I had actually had the bag over my head. So, oh, hello, more people. Gigi, hello. How's it going, girl? Hello, Kicker Comics. I'm just going through like some of my cosplays and just sharing like some of them, and like literally you should see the floor right now. It's full of my cosplays because I have so many. But yeah. But anyway, this is one of my favorite Spider-Man suits ever. I love Fantastic Four and I love Spider-Man, so it's the best of both worlds, honestly. So I can't pass this suit up at all. And yeah, it is really cool. And I realized I didn't say hi to you, Stallion. I'm sorry. But appreciate you all being here. Where was I? So I've gone through most of them already, but just to highlight a few, I don't know if I've showed everyone on Twitch my cosplays, but I was just talking about and sharing like how I've made my cosplays just briefly. But this is one of my favorite props that I've made myself for my cosplays, and this is for the season 5 Quake cosplay that I have. And if you're not on Instagram, you probably haven't seen them, but I have a few pictures here that I'll just briefly go through again, so just so you can see them. But this is the cosplay that I'm talking about relating to this. So here it is. So this is the season 5 Quake suit, and I had to make Max shotgun axe because it's like my favorite weapon from that show. And this is the season 3 Quake suit, which is one of my favorites. And season 6 with the actual gauntlets and everything. It's just another nice picture of that. I briefly talked about Spider-Woman, and this is that edit. One of my favorite edits, actually, of this suit. And like, if you want a close look at it, this is the shirt, which is combined of 2 different shirts that I kind of put together, and the web wings were very tedious to make, but all worth it. Oh, and thank you so much, Gigi, for the 200 bits. You did not have to do that. Thank you. And then the mask, or glasses, I should say, because they're just glasses that go right over mine. So I love it. It's probably my most comfortable cosplay out of all of them that I have. But for those of you just getting here, I wanted to bring more cosplay to my channel. not just my YouTube channel, but also my Twitch channel, which is why I'm streaming on both right now. And also I want to bring on other cosplayers to just chat about cosplay. Probably my first guest will be my best friend Brad, who also cosplays, which is a lot of fun. So we get to bounce ideas off of each other all the time. And for those of you on Twitch, you've probably heard him talking in the background of one of my streams because we play video games together a lot too. So there is like a cosplay fight scene that we shot together a while ago, and I shared it on my YouTube channel, but if you guys want to see it, I have it uploaded here. So I thought about sharing it again. If you guys want to see it, just let me know. But he'll probably be my first guest, and then I'll start bringing other cosplayers on here and just have just a casual chat about cosplay and why we love it so much and geek out together. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna be so fun. Let's see what else. This is kind of like a collage photo that I have of like basically all my cosplays. So here it is. We have like all three versions of Quake. We have X-23, Spider-Woman, Punk Spider-Woman. The bottom right is another version of Quake. I think it's like, I think it was a Halloween costume actually of the season 2 version of Quake that I did. So obviously Captain Spider, which I'll get to in a minute, and then Jessica Jones. And here's a better look at Jessica Jones, which is basically just a t-shirt and a black leather jacket and some old jeans I have and a gray scarf. So and here's Punk Spider-Woman again. Is that Wolverine? Actually, it's X-23, which is this. She's basically a clone of Wolverine, and instead of 3 claws, she has 2. So basically this. So I made these from moldable plastic and obviously paint. So they're a nice little prop that I could carry around a con. So yeah. And there is another version I had at first of X-23, and that's it right here. So it's basically just a black t-shirt or black shirt with some dog tags that I got that say Wolverine on it, and then obviously the claws and whatnot. And yeah, so I do want to make a helmet for this suit to go with this suit eventually, but I need to figure that out because of course I wear glasses and that'll be a challenge. So yeah, let me catch up on comments. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Moon Knight 2099 would be a, yeah. Moon Knight is really cool. I'm really excited for that show. Actually, it'll be interesting. Hello, Sam. Thanks for joining. And there is another Spider-Verse suit that I got, which is kind of like my favorite Spider-Man suit like ever. Besides the classic one, I got I really wish they had this suit in the PS4 game because I would wear that like on all the time. But the symbiote Spider-Man suit is like one of my favorite Spider-Man suits ever. And so I had to get this cosplay, and actually has a hood. It's a very big hood, and I think they called it the lady symbiote suit. So it's very comfortable actually. And this is one of the edits I did. So it just really like goes over your face a lot. So I love it. So I'm like, I have to get it. Plus, this was one of the suits I got from the Zentai Zone sale. Buy one, get one. So couldn't pass it up at all. Oh, okay. I might have to look into that. I would love to see a picture of that, honestly. Okay, so last but not least, this cosplay behind me is definitely one of my favorite cosplays to wear, and it was one of my favorite ones to create, actually. And that is Captain Spider, and it is a mashup of two of my favorite Marvel characters, or some of my favorite Marvel characters, but Spidey, as I've said many times, is like my all-time favorite Marvel character, and so I had to like put my own twist on it for sure. And so, and honestly, I've seen a lot of other people cosplay as Captain Spider or Captain America, Spider-Man, or whatever. But I wanted to put my own twist on it, so I just decided to just get the new classic suit or advanced suit from the Spider-Man PS4 game, which I really love. So I just got this for the shirt and just a pair of blue pants, just basic blue pants, nothing special. And so these are the gauntlets or web shooter gauntlets that I did for them. And I know like they were kind of inspired by the Scarlet Spider web shooters or gauntlets that are in the comics, and also kind of getting Black Widow vibes from it too, because I know her gauntlets look like this too. So these were made from foam, obviously duct tape, super glue, and there's elastic inside to make it stretch so I can get it on and off easier. So yeah, I have these, and I got some fingerless gloves to go with it. And then I'll just give me a minute. I'll get the shield, helmet. So, the shield is basically just a Captain America Legends shield I got from Amazon. So that was pretty easy. I know there's some cosplayers that actually make their own shields from like foam, which is incredible to see, by the way. There's so many awesome builders out there. Me too. I love the shield so much. And I know it looks metal, but it's actually plastic. So it's not, I mean, it's sort of heavy, but it's not too heavy. I know there's a shield out there that is actually metal, like actually like Cap's shield, and I'm sure that thing is 10 times heavier than this. So thing is with this shield, as much as I love carrying this around, I didn't want to have to deal with carrying it around all day at a con, which can be very exhausting. And so I wanted to come up with a way to be able to carry it without actually having it in my hand. So, like Cap does in the movies and then the comics, he puts it on his back with his harness. And I know a lot of people have used magnets, which is what I tried to do at first, but it didn't work out. So I had to come up with another way to do that. And so what I came up with was, so I got the harness for that he has, and I decided to use that moldable plastic that I really love and make like a little like insert to put the shield on or in to be able to put it on my back when I'm walking around. So, and also like this is the inside of the shield. Obviously I can carry it with the handles here, but I made this like with the moldable plastic and just taped it on there because no one's going to see it anyway. So this will just go right into it like that. And it works. It works really well. And so I could just take it on and off without hassle. And so yeah. So I do have well, this one doesn't show with it on my back, but this is one of the pictures that I took in that photo shoot I did outside last year. And this is another edit that I did, kind of relating to the quote that anyone can wear a mask. And that quote really resonates with a lot of people in the cosplay community because like cosplay is supposed to be for everyone. It's supposed to be fun and it's supposed to be completely inclusive. And honestly, it doesn't always work that way because some people think it's a popularity contest. I'm not calling anyone out on this, but it happens. And it's really sad to see, honestly. Oh, and hello, Pegasus. Thanks for joining. So that's how I did the shield. And it's a whole different story with the mask. So the mask, I wanted to put my own spin on it. So I've seen, like before I came up with this, I looked at some other cosplayers and how they did it. And like, I forget what it looks like, but like the suits, they look different. It's a Spider-Man suit, but most of it is blue instead of red. So it's definitely different. And like even the shield is different because it looks like a star, but it looks like a spider too. And then the mask is mostly blue as well. So I wanted to do something different. And so mostly it's just a basic face shell that I got. I know a lot of people get the face shell and the mask and put the face shell on first and then the mask over it, which I didn't really want to do that. also because I wear glasses, and I think that would have been more of a pain. But I obviously, so I got this face shell, and it was all red when I got it. And obviously, I had to get the lenses. These are the Amazing Spider-Man 2 lenses, I believe, that Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies. So they fit pretty nice with this mask or face shell. And so the way I did this was I took the face shell, I covered like the this red part with newspaper, and I sprayed painted this with blue. And then the A is basically just a piece of foam glued on there. So it's nothing like fancy or anything. And then the rest of it, I hand painted the webs on it. So, and then the lenses I just glued on with super glue. And then I needed a way for it to stay on my face or my head. So I actually had another Spider-Man suit, or not Spider-Man suit, Spider-Man mask lying around that I got years and years and years ago. So I didn't have another use for it. So I cut that up and glued it to this face shell, and I tried to get the webs to match up with it, which I would say I did pretty well, actually. So this will actually stay on my head. But the thing is, with this mask, it gets very hot very quickly, and I as much as I love it, it gets really hot. And I remember walking around Baltimore Comic-Con a couple years ago. I actually went 2 days that year, and the first day I was Captain Spider. The second day I was Quake, and like walking around in this cosplay, it was a lot of fun, but it got very hot. First of all, it was inside, so that's one factor. And second, this mask it gets very hot inside. So I had to keep taking it on and off because it just got too much, and I didn't want to like get like heat stroke or anything. So yeah, but I remember one encounter at this con in general. I was dressed in this, and there was this family. One of the dad was dressed as Fat Thor from Endgame, which was really well done, by the way. And the young son, the young boy, was dressed just as Thor, and he had a little mini Mjolnir and everything. It was really cute. And so he saw me, and he was like, "Oh, look, it's Spider-Man." Spider-Man, Captain America. So that's one of the best things about cosplaying in general, is just sharing love for these characters that means so much to us. And honestly, putting a smile on someone's face just means the world to me personally. It's amazing. Just interacting with people at Comic-Cons, whether they're cosplayers or not, it's just awesome. Oh, nice. Yeah, Baltimore Comic-Con is probably like the closest big con that I live near. So it's one that I've gone to every year, and I love it. And definitely if I don't know, I'm not sure if I'll go this year if they have it, which I think the plan is to have a con there this year, but I don't know. Um, I'll just have to see how like COVID is by then, because it probably won't be till October, and so yeah. But I really miss cons a lot, and it's something that I always look forward to every year as a cosplayer, and just as a nerd in general. Because I just don't go to cons for comic books. I go to cons for cosplay, and if there happens to be a celebrity there that I want to meet, then that's cool too. But uh, last year I wanted to go to New York Comic Con for the first time, and I thankfully or unfortunately COVID happened, so that didn't happen. That's because there's a lot of cosplayers that live in the New York area that I would love to meet in person, and probably some of them you'll see come on here with me and chat. But it's uh, it's a lot of fun going to cons. You not only get to see your friends, but you get to geek out with other people and possibly make new friends. And there's a lot of people that I've met at cons that have become my friends actually, and it's awesome. So you haven't been to BCC? Well, it's a lot of fun. I've been going since 2015, obviously except for last year because COVID. Um, so that's basically it for all the cosplays that I have to show. If there are any other questions that you guys have for me relating to cosplay, feel free to ask, as long as it's appropriate. um, but like I said, and you're right, Gigi. I do this because it's become like one of my favorite hobbies of mine, and like some people do cosplay for just for the numbers, and I've seen that uh, quite often actually. But to me, like the numbers don't really matter. I mean, yes, it's good to get a lot of likes on content that you created or cosplay that you created, but that's not why most of us do this. It's because we love these characters and we want to express our love for them, other than like just geeking out about them because we've read comics from them or whatever. So it's uh it's just a lot of fun, and like I said, some of the people I've met um through cosplay have been super nice, and a lot of them have become like really really great friends of mine, and so it's just awesome. And so if you guys oh, actually, there is something that I want to share. It relates to my next cosplay that I want to debut very soon. So I'm just going to share a sneak peek or a clue to what it is. Um, so here we go. And I know it's not much, but it may be a clue. So this will be related to my next cosplay that I will be debuting very soon. And this isn't a real arrow, it's plastic basically. Well, this part is wood, but this isn't sharp at all. So, and this I added on actually with the moldable plastic again and painted it red. So yeah, that's the sneak peek. And I'm not sure when I'll debut that cosplay, but it will be very soon. So Gigi, if you're still here, or anyone else who wants to see the cosplay fight scene that I did with my best friend, who's also a cosplayer, but he's actually not on Instagram. He's on YouTube and also Twitch. So this is a cosplay fight scene that I did with my best friend Brad. His name on YouTube and Twitch are Dark Shadow 958, and we filmed a like 1.5 minute long fight scene between Quake and Taskmaster. Even though I'm not sure how those two would end up fighting each other like hand to hand, but still we did, and it was really fun to make. So I'm gonna go ahead and show this to you guys. So hope you enjoy it. Where's Simmons?
He is just as good as your friend Coulson is. You'll never stop me or Hydra.
So yeah, part 2 will is in the works. So it will be continued and it will be finished. So that was a blast to make, and it took us a couple tries to get the moves down, but it was fun. And like I said, part 2 will be coming soon, and I can't wait. So if you guys don't have any other questions for me, I thought I would talk a little bit about some of my cosplay Comic-Con experiences, if you haven't heard any of them already. But like I was talking about earlier, the first Comic-Con I went to was Baltimore Comic-Con back in 2015, and I got to meet the amazing Ming-Na Wen from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I got a picture with her and her autograph, and I got to meet the amazing Haley Atwell, or Agent Carter herself, and got her autograph and picture. I was dressed in Quake cosplay at that time. So she was really nice and down to earth, just really a nice person. Over here is another person from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Brett Dalton, who plays Agent Grant Ward. Let's just say, without spoiling the show for the 10 people who haven't watched it, he starts off on the original team, but he's not who he says he is. But I'm just gonna say that. So I got to meet him, and by that point, I actually had my Quake gauntlets. So I actually drove all the way up to Harrisburg Comic Con to meet him, and that was cool. He was also very nice, and he gave me a compliment on my Quake gauntlets. He's like, "Wow, you should enter the cosplay contest." I'm like, I don't know about that, but he was really nice, and like there's also a funny story with that photo op that I got with him. So, funny story about that is, so if how do I explain this? So Daisy's character, or Daisy and Grant Ward in the show aren't exactly I mean, they were a thing for a bit, but after something tragic happened, that kind of went away. So it just kind of got really awkward between them. So the story with that photo op is, so I went up to him, and like the thing is with those photo ops, they're very quick. Like, so you have to be quick about it. So he asked me, like, do you want to do a quick pose or a fighting pose or something like that? And I'm just kind of standing there, just like, I don't know what to say, because like it was an honor just being able to meet him, alone, talk to him. So I just stood there, just like, I don't know. Just inside, I was just totally geeking out and fangirling. So he stood there for a moment and then he said, "How about we just stand here, hold hands, and look awkward? Just stand here awkwardly, holding hands." And so that's what we did. We so yeah, that's why it looks like we're just standing there, and that's exactly what we did. And like the expression on his face was it's just priceless. It was awesome. It was awesome getting to meet him. So over here is, we got to meet the two people from Iron Fist, which I admit isn't really my favorite Marvel Netflix show, but it was still cool to meet them in person. They were also very nice. So I got to meet Finn Jones, Iron Fist, and Jessica Henwick, who played Colleen Wing, one half of the Daughters of the Dragons. So, I know you guys can't see it, but we also, oh yeah, and Brad went with me to that Comic-Con, so that's him all the way on the left. He was dressed as Punisher, and I was Quake, of course, and we also got to meet Luke Cage, or Mike Coulter from the Netflix shows. He was really cool too. At that con, I was dressed as Spider-Woman because that was the first time I went to a con as Spider-Woman, so it was awesome. And Brad went as Ghost Rider, so I know you guys can't see it, but maybe some other time I'll show you. But yeah, that I really love. Oh yeah, and I forgot. I also got to meet Enoch from Agents of Shield. He came into the show like the last episode of season 4, and he was there for the rest of the series, basically. So by then, I had my actual Quake gauntlets, that I upgraded from these. So these were my first Quake gauntlets, and I upgraded to ones that actually looked more like her actual gauntlets in the show. So, but yeah, I got to meet him as well, and that was cool because Enoch was probably one of my favorite side characters from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that were on the show. And so, yeah, hopefully I'll get to meet more celebrities that I really love. Like, my goal is to meet Chloe Bennett by the time I die. Like, that's on my bucket list, is to meet Chloe Bennett. And obviously Chris Evans. And I would love to meet the rest of the Defenders as well. That means Charlie Cox is Daredevil, and Kristen Ritter is Jessica Jones. So I've met half of the Defenders, but I want to meet the other half, which are basically two of my favorite. So anyway, I think that's basically it. Like I said, there's an ever growing list of cosplays that I want to do in the future. And it just keeps growing and growing and growing. But I hope to I've been on kind of a hiatus from posting anything on Instagram because it just got to be a lot mentally. And plus, with starting my new job and everything, it was just a lot. It was overwhelming me. So I had to take a step back, and now I'm better, and I want to start getting back into posting again. So, oh yeah, I realized I didn't show you guys a picture of not Captain Spider, Bagman. So this is one of the edits I did of Bombastic Bagman. So yep. And so yeah, I think this might be like a weekly or semi-weekly series that I'm gonna do. It depends on like who's able to come on and like what their schedule is and what my schedule is. It'll probably be on the weekend at some point, but I'm not sure when Comic Gamer Gals is going to start back up, which is a show I've been doing with my amazing co-host and friend and Comic Gamer Girl sister, Sanimation05. So go check her out on Instagram and YouTube. So she's awesome. Love you, girl. And like I said, I do have off on weekends now, which is nice. So it most likely will be during the weekend that I do this. And like I also said, my first guest will probably be Brad. Probably next weekend will be when I have him on, if our schedules work out. But I will definitely let you guys know on Instagram and Discord and whatnot. So, but this was a lot of fun. I have a lot to clean up now. But I look forward to this series and like chatting with other cosplayers and just sharing the love for cosplay, because it's really is an amazing hobby, but it's also very expensive. So that's one thing to keep in mind if you want to get into cosplay. definitely keep a budget, because just expect to spend a lot of money. And it's definitely not cheap. And whether it's buying a cosplay or making it yourself, there's nothing wrong with wanting to do your own thing. And that's probably the best advice I could give to anyone who wants to get into cosplay. And like I said, just have fun with it and do your own thing. Don't, I know it can be discouraging sometimes if someone gives you um, like bad comments, or, and most of them come from internet trolls, which I've been fortunate enough not to deal with too much, but there have been a few that have left bad comments on my posts sometimes, but I don't let it get to me, even though on some level it does. And that's actually one of the things that I was most hesitant about when I first started getting into cosplay, was all the what ifs, like what if my cosplay isn't good enough? What if? So it's, I mean, I think it's very rewarding, but you have to keep in mind that you probably will get constructive criticism, which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just don't let it go to your head. So yeah. What else? Um, like for me, I like to put my own unique twist on cosplays, like I did with the Captain Spider, and like the response I've gotten from that is amazing. And um, that's really all I have. I mean, I'm sure there's more. I just can't think of it right now, but it's really been quite a journey. And like looking back to how I started with cosplay to what I'm doing now, it's, and like how much I've grown as a person too. Like, because even though, despite how I am on here and how more comfortable I've become with streaming stuff on Twitch and YouTube, like I would still consider myself to be an introvert. And it's like with cosplay and with creating my cosplay girl account, and even the Fantastic Girl account, with sharing my comic collection, that's really helped me, along with creating my YouTube channel and my Twitch channel. And like I've really stepped out of my comfort zone by doing all of this, and it's something that I never ever thought I would do in my life. Like if you'd asked me like 10 years ago, or not 10 years ago, probably like when I was in high school, probably like 8 years ago or so, and if I would be doing this right now, I would probably laugh and say, heck no. Yeah, I never thought I would ever do this ever. But here I am. And I can definitely see a big change in how I've grown as a person. And like I said, just meeting a whole bunch of awesome nerds out in the community, whether they just love comics or love comics and cosplay. It's just really fun interacting with everyone and getting to know them, and just geeking out. It's what I love to do best, is geek out about comics and my favorite characters. So it's just been a blast, and I appreciate all of you who have stuck with me throughout this journey, whether it's with cosplay or and also with sharing my comic collection too. So I appreciate all of you so much, and your support means everything to me. And also shout out to my YouTube community and also my Twitch community as well, because all of you guys are just fantastic. And you guys make this so much easier and more fun. So thank you so much. Like I said, my next show for this series will probably be next weekend. If that changes, I will definitely let you guys know. But it'll probably be Saturday. I'm not sure about the time yet because I have to ask my friend about that. But it will be sometime next week. As far as Twitch goes, I'm hoping to stream again on Monday, but I'm not entirely sure. Depends on how work goes, because most days I've been working from home, and I've been only going in like one day a week, which is actually pretty nice considering. So yeah, that's basically all I got. So I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I guess I'll see you guys very soon. And again, keep on the lookout for more cosplay content coming your way very soon. And stay fantastic, everybody, and have a great weekend. And thank you for watching. It's been a blast, and there is definitely more coming. So see you guys.